Hey, this is George,
Hey, this is Fred.
and this is Real Talk with George and Frazier. What's going on, everybody?
What's
How's
going
it?
on, brother? Man, I'm
Oh,
excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now, man. You don't
oh yeah,
understand.
I can dig it. Frazier, tell them what we got.
Man, we got Mr. Reggie, who played in Call of Duty. Game I love to play all the time. Don't get wrong, I love it. Super positive guy. Super positive guy. The guy that's positive on me. There's my boy right here. There we go, Mr.
What's
Reggie.
going on? What's going on? Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good
Pretty
morning.
good, man.
Good afternoon for us. How you doing?
I'm good morning. I just got out of bed. I seen
Okay.
Fraser hit me and said, "Can I get on here at 9:55?" Man, let me get up out this damn bed. So I got
All
up,
right.
got out of bed, and hopped on with y'all, man. I'm good. California is raining, but it's good.
Oh,
Well,
man,
listen.
right? That's cool. Cool off a little bit over there. No, it's hot over there. You need to cool off sometime over there.
Uh, no, man. I mean, we need the rain, but I'm a sun. I need sun and heat. I'm not about the cold weather. My wife is Canadian, so this is home for her right now.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right, right.
yeah.
You
Nah.
said we have beach weather skin. We don't have
You know what I'm
sea
saying?
weather skin. No, I can dig it. I can definitely dig it.
Definitely.
Reggie, tell the listeners and fans a little bit about you, man, and what you do.
Well, I'm Reggie Watkins. I'm a lover of people. Passionate brother. I love just connecting with people, man. That's what I do. I'm an actor by trade. I've been in Hollywood since 2002, back when the Lakers was really kicking it. You know what I'm saying, with Kobe and Shaq, and then
Oh, yeah.
then he fell off, but now he's kicking it again.
Right.
So I've been here. I've been here for 18 years, 18, 19 years. I'm a father, husband. Yeah, man, actor, shit talker, and just a good. I mean, I just like people, man. I love people, so that's what I do.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that, though. I love the people part. I love that part. Now, watch
Yeah,
how you interact with so many people, man. It's amazing how you can draw so much positivity out of people when you interacting with them. It's amazing, man. And I'm saying from people in Hollywood, that's not a persona or image you get from people in Hollywood. And you're the total opposite of that. How do you maintain that, though? That
Well,
positivity.
I'm not as famous yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just no. I'm gonna keep. No, I don't care how famous I get. I'll still keep it cool, man, and be good with people. It's this is my dream. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up wanting to be on TV. I wanted to be Theo Huxtable. I'm saying y'all remember the Cosby Show? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Right.
What?
we ain't supposed to talk about the Cosby Show no more, but that was my damn show when I was
Exactly.
a kid, and I wanted to be Theo Huxtable. So growing up, I just always wanted to be on TV, wanted to be in movies, and I played video games my whole life, and I used to dream of one day being in the game that I was playing, and 30 years later, I'm doing it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so when it's been my dream, and anybody that's participating in it by commenting, messaging, saying hello or talking, if I got time, I will talk back and engage with you. You know what I mean? You're helping my dream continue to grow and foster. So I can't help but show you some love,
Right. Right.
Nice. Nice.
That's great, man. So I know that Hollywood has gone through a lot of things, and sometimes it's started, quote unquote, it's starting to reopen now.
Mm-hmm.
How has COVID affect your acting career? How has it been being locked down? Because I know in Florida it's a different experience, in New
Yep.
Jersey where I am it's a different experience. In California we see on the news. How's it been throughout this entire process? It's been a year now. I think Friday marked it officially 1 year that we were
Yeah.
officially locked down.
Yeah. In the beginning, it was wild because everybody was scared. You didn't know what was going to happen. Like I thought we was about to be in The Walking Dead. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like
Yep.
Right.
we was going with everything. There was no toilet paper. You couldn't get no soup. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No soup. Soup was gone. Soup was gone.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, this is insane. But as the time went on, everybody adjusted. I mean, even with my video game, Call of Duty, we were in the middle of. We still had some shooting to get done. They shifted everything to at home working. So they sent us kits to our house, and I was able to record in my closet, my walk-in closet, and then so much stuff started going online and digital. So voiceover work just cracked off. Like, I mean, it's still busy because they still have parameters they have to meet for people to be able to work. So right now I was supposed to shoot a commercial like a week ago. I was a backup for a commercial, right? So normally you book a commercial, you go and you shoot the thing.
Yeah.
But now they have to hire backup in case the person who they gave the job to gets COVID.
Right.
So now you got people that they're hiring double, spending double money. That ain't gonna last. So what I'm seeing eventually for the film and entertainment industry is they're gonna make this vaccine mandatory.
Right.
Because it's too much money they're putting out to keep ensuring that people are gonna be able to work.
Right.
At the end of the day, soon they're gonna have to level that off, and they can't keep hedging their bets and spending that kind of money. So it's been a crazy ride, but all in all, it worked out for me. I kept working and I made money, so it was okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best part about it.
So, how was it being home? Because when you're out and about, you're just with your dad. You come home, you decompress. But when you're home, it's like you're home, you're working, and I've seen it on both spectrums. I've seen it and I've had conversations where they're like, I can't wait to get out the house. I've had conversations where they're like, I'm glad COVID came. It made me slow down. I appreciate the family more. And then I've also seen it where I'm glad I'm in the house because I'm actually more productive in work than I would be actually at work. And I save myself a commute. I save all this other stuff. Those are three different things that I've seen through COVID. I'm in one of those as well, too. But how did it work out for you in California?
Well, I spent most of my quarantine in Canada. When the first hit, my wife was in Canada, so I went up there for 2 months and stayed up there. And we're on the countryside of Canada, so I was up there for 2 months, and it was good. I got to know my wife better, got to know my family more. Then I came back, and my son was here quarantined, and he's at home school, so I got to know him more, and he started driving me crazy. But but you get to know them more. You get to know them more. You get to see them more, and the relationships get stronger. So it was a good thing for me. I do know some people who went through the COVID divorce protocol. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's always gonna be good and bad with everything. So it all worked out for me, and luckily I didn't have anybody get deathly ill or pass away from it. So I was fortunate in that circumstance.
Nice. Can you tell the listeners and the fans how you got the job on Call of Duty?
Well, the job of Call of Duty, I auditioned for it. So,
okay.
In Hollywood, and, you have your agents and your managers, and they submitted me for this job. And I had no idea what it was at first. I just knew that I was going to Marina Del Rey, which is where all the studios are at,
right.
Like a lot of these video game studios. And the casting director was Ivy Eisenberg, who I know does a lot of video games, but I didn't know which game it was. So I get there, and I have to run around this studio acting like I'm shooting a gun. I don't even shoot guns. I don't even like guns. So I'm in here acting like I got an M16 in my hand, and I'm transporting some hostage around, and I'm tumbling and I'm jumping over stuff, and I leave sweating. And I was like, damn, that's crazy, man. That's the hardest audition I ever had in my life.
Right.
I don't hear anything for a couple of weeks. And then my boy, who's another actor, who this is right up his alley. These kind of game soldier stuff. He's a soldier in a new TV show coming up right now. And I hit him up and I was like, God, I left this audition that is like totally you. I don't know. I mean, I did it, but it feels like this is something you would do. So maybe a month later, he hits me up and he's like, yo, I just got cast in Call of Duty. And I was like, oh, damn it. Was that what I went out for? And you got the job?
Right.
And so I was like, all right, man, good. Congratulations. But then I swear, later that day, I got an email from my casting director that I auditioned for and said, hey, we want you to be part of our game. And I was like, okay, hold up. So maybe I did get a different Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I don't know. What ended up happening was he booked a smaller role in a Call of Duty that was already in production. It was Modern Warfare.
Okay.
and I was the main character in the new Call of Duty that was coming out the following year.
Right.
So it was dope. It ended up being, a blessing, and now I got fans, and it's wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah, man. Definitely dig it. I
That'd
can
be wild.
definitely dig it.
They got grown men like, hey, I'm playing Sims. That's my character. I'm playing Sims. I'll tell you, when I play a game, I swear I hate getting killed. I hate getting killed. Kill the guy. That's what
man, it's wild. I love it.
And then then on top of that, when you can play the game, you like very few times you get to see people in the game that you actually can relate to, and you can see the game. Then when you see them outside, they're so positive, like, dang, you don't like the character in the game. You actually come.
That's why it's called acting. That's why it's called acting.
Right? I mean, like, he's really good. But like, so how do you like?
Well, I'm glad, what you gonna say?
Do you find yourself like? Do you get really get into the roles, and do you find it harder to separate yourself from the role once you play the role for so long? And because I know me, you get a role, you play the role. You like, you like, I'm bad at my head. And then they come home to mom and like, no, I'm a nice, peace, calm, lovable person. Hey, honey, how you doing today?
I just killed 12 people.
Yeah, right. No, it was easy for me to get out because, like I said, I'm not a gun fan in any way, shape, or form. So for me, it was just acting. I'm in here. I'm believing that this is the real situation, and you end up gaining you gain a newfound respect for Will Smith and Tom Cruise because them brothers is always screaming and yelling and running from something that ain't really there. You know what I'm saying? Like the CGI, and so I'm sitting in a booth yelling at a bomb that's coming at me, but I ain't nothing in there. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm dropping a bomb on somebody. I can't see nothing. All I see is some words, and I got to find a way to bring it to life. So it's easy to jump in, be at it, and then come home and be without it. So, I mean, you have to because otherwise you drive yourself crazy.
Right. Right.
Oh, I can ask you, how would the experience be like to actually CGI, right? And when you first go in the studio, and not doing it before, they start hooking all this stuff up to you, these wires and all this stuff up to you. Mm-hmm. And how did it make you feel at first, like when you first get in there and then tell you, go for it?
It was fun. You know what I mean? Like it felt like, I felt like I was in Tron. Y'all remember Tron?
I know the movie.
Yeah, you got the all black suit and they got the little dots on you. They put the dots on your face and everything. So it was just, futuristic feeling. And just really cool, and especially the fact that I got to be with so many dope actors. Like, I mean, the other people in the game are just phenomenal, man. Bruce Thomas plays Adler, who is like my best friend in the game, and Lily Cowles plays Helen Park, and she's a phenomenal actress, and she's on a TV show right now called Roswell. And Damon Dayoud, Damon Allen, Chris Payne Gilbert. I mean, there's so many. Piot Michael, there's so many dope actors I got to work with. It was just fun, and we just had the greatest time, man. And they just threw us in there, and you just immerse yourself in the world, and that's it. And you just fly with it.
Right.
Nice.
Right. So I have a question for you based on that. Acting is really challenging. Like you said, you've been in it for 20 years. My cousin started in acting. He actually started in modeling. Then he went to acting, and now he's into stunt work. We had a guest on who, does his own stunt coordinating for a lot of films. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but we know that we're hearing that in our community, it's very hard to become people of color become stunt coordinators because it's really dominated by, our counterparts, should I say?
White people. You say white people.
Well, our counterparts, to be politically correct. How do you get past that? When it comes to certain things, because it's such a close knit community. And are you seeing that we're breaking through, or is it just we don't have a shot at it because the director's already going to put their boys on already?
No, since I've been here, I've been in this town for, like I said, 18, almost 19 years. And it's cyclical, man, like everything else, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember they had the back when Chris Rock was hosting the Oscars a long time. This probably was like 2005 or 6 or something like that, right? And there was a big deal back then, and the Oscar so white thing happened. And all of a sudden, right after that, you started seeing a lot of black films getting made, and diversity was a big push. And then it started to slowly go away, and they went back to being, Caucasian dominated. And then you get what just happened this past summer, around the killings of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and the movements that happened with Black Lives Matter. Hell, I mean, if you look at right now, go look at the Oscars webpage, the Academy. They got a statue, look like it's draped in kente cloth. I mean, kente cloth. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have gone, and they do this every time something happens. They move the needle a little bit further. So we're starting to get a lot more inclusivity and some diversity. And it'll go back, but every time that it swings this way towards inclusion and diversity, we just need to stick a little more, right? So right now, we are getting a lot of inclusion and a lot of diversity, and I hope that it continues to grow. Stunts is a hard thing for people to get into because it's an old boys network like most things in this country, right? It's dominated by one sector. But once you get in there and you show your worth and you show what you can do, it's just ignorant for people to not keep hiring the best people for the job, right? So we're getting the opportunity. Now we got to get in there and just make the best of the opportunities and keep showing up and showing out.
So can I follow up with that question? How do we stick? Because it's always cyclical. Like somebody has to die. We got to be out there and marching and doing all this other stuff, to do it. But how does it stick? Because it seems like we're tired of this up and down roller coaster. However, we still dying. We're seeing it every day, and to the point now that you lose track. Oh, another person got shot by police. Another this, that, and the third.
Well, George, I'll say this: it's a never-ending fight, man. Like really, it's a never-ending roller coaster, never-ending fight. You just hope that the roller coaster ride gets less bumpy every time you get on it.
Yep.
Right. I mean, when I was leading protests this summer, and when I first got out there, I was holding my sign up above my head, right? And I came home and I was like, man, that is tiring holding this sign. My shoulders is so tired. Right? Shoulders is burning. But then you think to yourself, and you think that just 40 years ago, holding a sign was the least of your worries.
That's right.
Right? 40 years ago, you was getting beat over the head with something. So we progressed to a point now where we can stand up there and hold our sign and say something.
Right.
With the police killings and police brutality, unfortunately, there are going to be more George Floyds and more Breonna Taylors.
Right.
The hope is that there's less and less of them every time this happens.
Right.
And we've seen it. The numbers have borne out. This past year, there were less police killings than the year before.
Right.
So he made a dent, and you can't, nothing's going to happen overnight. It's just a gradual change and a gradual fight. So we keep at it. That roller coaster ride is going to get less bumpy every year. We keep fighting, and we will stick. As long as we keep showing up, we will stick.
Nice.
Yeah, because Hollywood has always had an impact in this, and sometimes it's been a regurgitation, so to speak. It all depends on what they're in the mood for. You see what I'm saying? And they have been leading the way a lot in the whole country, and basically whole world has been following when it comes to certain things because of the limelight that they produce, that the whole world sees. So that's definitely a good thing, I think, because more people in Hollywood are using their platforms to, make it be known. And I think after this administration, we saw a lot of activism in place based on that, because we didn't realize, we knew that it was there in our community, but that last administration said it was okay to come out now. And you don't have to hide it, and you don't have to be with your boys to say it. You can come to my face and say what you want to say directly to me, you know what I mean? And things of that nature. And it's just been really hard because our communities, Black and brown, have been marginalized so long based on perceptions and misinformation that it literally becomes a challenge. You know what I mean? To operate, because we're starting to see deficits, and it's starting to be known. We're starting to see deficits across the boards, from how we get mortgages, how we get jobs, how we get paid. You know, people of color still only make 89 cents on the dollar to their counterpart, not even based on the fact of the higher education. You know what I mean? It's always just what it is. You got a master's degree, you're going to still lose to somebody who got a high school degree or an associate's. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just a crazy situation. How would you say that works in Hollywood? Does it work the same way on the quota system, or do you guys really get your jobs based on your work and your performance? Because everybody wants to be an actor, so you know it's a super saturated market.
Well, it's a little bit of both. You know, you get your jobs based on your merit, but also you get your job based on your star. You know, like, so I mean, if I would have loved to have read for Judas and the Black Messiah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I could have done something amazing with that, but Daniel Kaluuya got a higher name than me, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna get that opportunity first, you know, and that's just how it goes. It's a pecking order, you know. You get your opportunities and you have a chance, but there's always somebody who's got a little bit more clout than you. That's how it goes, you know. And it's not a true meritocracy, because there are some amazing actors in acting classes I've been to that can't book a damn job, and I don't know why. Right? Don't know why. I'll be in class with these cats, and they are the best actors I've ever seen, but nobody hires them. And meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, you get Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian, they can get any film role they want, because they got the clout, right? So it's a little bit of both. You just got to put your head down and grind and understand that this job might not be for you. It just might not be, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, there might be something else you got to do. But if you're willing to put your time in and be about this 100%, go at it at your own risk, but have fun doing it.
Exactly.
Right. Can I follow up on that question? Wait, hold on, Fraser. Just one question, just to follow up. Do you think that we should have our own platform, like, you know, where we can put? I know, I got you, Fraser. I got you.
Say that.
You know, do you think that we should have our own platform, like Bollywood? You know, our Black Hollywood. You know, something to be able to keep those creatives. You know what I mean? That we can put our projections of ourselves the way we are seen, not the way that they see us. You see what I'm saying?
I think there are those avenues for that, right? We've got OWN, you know, Oprah's network. You've got BET, which I don't know what I think they're producing some stuff right now. They got some things coming back. But I think the ultimate goal for anyone who's a creative is to get your work seen by the world. You know what I mean? You want it to be seen. You don't want it to just be focused at one area. You want it to be for the masses, and you want these stories to be, you know, you want these stories to be gobbled up by the world. You want white people in New Zealand to be watching Black stories, because that makes the world a better place. Right. If everybody gets a piece of all these cultures, then we can't be hating on each other, right? If you know me, you can't hate me. So I think it's dope to have a section where, okay, this is where we're going to put a lot of, you know, work that wouldn't necessarily be have a box office appeal. We can put it on this network here and let people who really want this content come here and get it. But for the most part, you know, the bigger names, the Ava DuVernay, Denzel, you know, I want their work to be out in the entire world, not just on a platform for Black people. I want it out there for the world to see, so that they see me, you know?
Exactly.
And us.
And us.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to I'm piggyback on that question. So, have you ever had a project come to you that you feel that it can relate what you're saying right now? Like somebody comes to you and say, look, this is a project I have going, but I'm trying to reach the world. I want to use you as one of my spokesmen to reach the world and with this particular part. but I need you to be A game. Have you ever a part to come through like that? Guys say, can you do it for me? I need you. Like, you say that Black Messiah. Like somebody came to a part that's similar to that and say wants you to be the star of it. How would you react to that? Like how would you approach that? And like you said, you want the masses to understand, not just focus on one individual culture.
Right.
Yeah. My approach would be, where do I sign up? I mean, I'll be on it in a heartbeat. If somebody wanted to bring out like a dope film like that and be involved in telling a story that's, you know, revolutionary and that people need to hear and need to see, oh man. I mean, honestly, this is one of the jobs that you would do for free. You know what I'm saying? You do it just because you want to get this story out and you know how important it is. Like, I mean, I'm a big proponent of not working for free ever. Right. But in some instances, there's some times when you just, if you love it, you got to do it, you know? Right. And it was something that I would have done that for free.
Right.
Nice.
Now, let me ask you about the distribution channels, because we're always hearing that the distribution channels for our community are very, very, very challenging. Like our counterparts have the ability to raise the money if they need to, but we always have to jump through hoops. And so we never get the funding. We never get the good look to be able to put our stuff out there the way that they do. You know, the setup, the start, the beginning, the end, the big marketing push, because now with all these online platforms, they're all looking for content. Every last one of them are looking for content. But it just seems that every viable project that would put us in a good light, that would tell our stories, that would show our creatives, we just can't find money for that, or there's just not enough money for that. You know what I mean? How do we change that type of mindset? How do you feel? Well, how do you feel we change that type of mindset being in the industry for so long?
Well, I think it starts on the ground level. It starts with the audience first. The audience has to say that this is something that they want and that they are willing to support and get behind. I mean, you'll see it right now with what's going on with Coming to America too. I mean, it's Eddie Murphy. It's a huge name, but I mean, it was the #1 streamed film over the last weekend. Right. Now, whether or not you like the film or how you feel about it is another story, but the numbers bear out that it was a great sales push, right? It made money. It got streams. It did amazing. So that's showing Amazon, we can put more of these movies out here. If you go to Amazon, you'll see there's a bunch of Black movies and Black starring titles that have come up in the last few months because people are driving that market over there. Right. So if we show up for these films and we show up, they can't help but put the money there. Right. I mean, that's just the way that it goes. We show where our dollars are going. They will put the money towards where it's at. And unfortunately, they are still at the end of the day, the gatekeepers of this industry. Right. So we got to show that we are willing to support these type of movies so that we can get them made. Because at the end of the day, we still are 13% of the American population.
Yeah.
They're going to put the money towards the masses. That's just what they're going to do, because that's where the most of the money is going to come in. But we spend money like we are the masses. So if we put our money towards us, we can't help but get it back. It'll come back if we put it towards us. If we spend our dollars on things that highlight us and put us in a showcasing view, it'll come back.
Right. I know you have to leave shortly, so this is one of our last questions. I know you're a coach. So what exactly are you coaching? Do you have a class that you teach?
I'm an acting coach. Okay. So I help actors come and work on their auditions, and we just get it to a place where, you know, they're able to book the room. You know, a lot of people go into auditions and think that their job is to try to book the job, but that is the furthest thing from the truth. Actors, for the most part, you probably audition about 1,000 times a year, and you book maybe 2 or 3 of those jobs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your job is not to book the job. Your job is to book the room. So when you go into your audition, you want that casting director, you want those producers, you want those directors to remember you because you might not be right for this part, but you could be right for the next thing. And that's what I help people do is get better to get more opportunities, because auditions are just lotto tickets, man. You might hit one, but most likely you ain't gonna hit it. But you got to do your best to get the most lotto tickets out there possible. And that's what you do by getting coached for acting and putting your best foot forward.
Nice. Okay. So I got this for you. What a tip you have for like young kids who's growing up who want to actually dream of being an actor or voice over? And what tip can you give them to encourage them and keep them positive the way you are?
Right.
Well, my first tip would be, if there's anything else in the world that you would like to do, do that. Okay? Because I like to keep it real with people. Most likely, you are not going to succeed at this business. It is a tough business. It is hard. There are people who are sleeping on their friends' couches trying to make this thing happen. If you are not willing to do that, do something else. But if you want to do that and you are cool with not having money for a while and hustling and struggling, then get into a good acting class. Get into a good voiceover class and put in the time. It looks easy, but it ain't, right? I mean, this acting thing, if it was so easy, everybody would be working and doing it. There's a reason why there's only a few people who book these jobs. They put in the time. Get your 10,000 hours in a good class, in a good voiceover class, make it happen.
Yeah, that's nice. You said 10,000 hours. I'm glad you used that number. Let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Find me on Instagram at Coach with Reg, all one word, at Coach with Reg, on Twitter at Reggie Watkins Jr. And then I pop in Clubhouse every now and then, Reggie Watkins Jr. too. And but I appreciate y'all having me on. George Frazier, man, it's a great talk.
Great talk
with y'all.
Appreciate you being here.
Positivity and doing something and keeping the real talk going. We need that. Appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
I'll tell you this way. Welcome to the family, man. You part of the family now.
We definitely appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you again. No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Much love, brother. All right. Peace. Oh, man.
Another great show. We got another banger.
Yeah.
He's been here before. We got some new announcements. Bon Graves, welcome back to the show, brother. How are you?
I'm good, man.
What's going on, man?
Man, good, man. Just working, man. Still building and developing. We actually they're doing all the painting and stuff back in our photography studio. So just growing, man. We actually grown a lot even since the last time we talked. So.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
So tell me about that growth you're talking about. Tell me about that growth. And I know you had new program you started. You were telling about the community and stuff you started and stuff. Man, tell us about it. Tell us what you got going on over there.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's called the Youth Foundation. And it's a nonprofit company that I actually started with my mother, as well as I call her my little sister. But you know, all of them, you know, have a passion for giving back. We have a lot of things that we're doing, you know, building with my for-profit company when it comes to just the music and stuff. And a lot of these artists that we work with are interested in also teaching, you know, kids a lot younger than them too. So it's a great way for us to kind of create and cultivate a culture amongst our young people, giving back to even younger people than them. So we got a lot of ideas and stuff that we want to do through the program, but that's definitely, you know, the main focus for us.
Nice. So how did you go ahead launching that? I know we talked last time you were here, it was an ideal, you were putting some things in place, and then it just seems like, bang, you just stepped on the gas.
Yeah. Well, you know, me and you talk, you know what I'm saying, off program, and you know, you made said a lot of things that made a lot of sense to me, and so I ordered your book, you know what I mean,
nice. I got love for you.
Of your book.
Thank you so much.
And you know, for me, you know, it's about applying. You know, once you know better, and so just educate myself on that and understanding the importance of it as well.
Right.
And it just kind of made sense. So.
Nice. So you learned a lot of stuff the last time, right?
What'd you say?
So you learned a lot of stuff since the last time. I know you were talking about the youth program and you want to start it and get back with youth kids, whatever. Like, what are some of the challenges you had when you started out with it? I know some program with youth is so saturated, and people always say you start off loving one thing, but your principles, what your goal is, something totally different.
Right.
Like, how do you manage to maintain that your goal is genuine from everybody else who started their own nonprofits and say they're doing this and that? How do you manage to focus on say, look, I'm for the kids. This is what I do. I'm here to help.
Right. So how do you? I guess the question is, how do you stop from drifting?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it comes from a sense of purpose. You know what I mean? For me, everything I've done and everything I've experienced has always been with the motive to do something bigger in the world. Using my music to empower and connect with people around the world. So I've always kind of had that sort of spirit. Even with music, you know, it's a really community driven, community respected type of platform company that we've been able to do. Where the nonprofit thing is, it just makes more sense because it also allows us to get more resources to be able to do more for the youth that we already service anyway. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
So,
That's right.
So rather than them paying for it, you know, we can have people in companies and banks and stuff pay for it, you know what I mean, instead, and we can do bigger projects. I got a lot of kids even interested in doing a concert at the homeless shelter, you know what I mean, to raise money to help with that. So even just the influence of the platform is already a huge advantage for what we do with nonprofit, you know what I mean? It's just kind of just adds another thing to it and allows us to reach more people a lot faster. So.
Absolutely. I have a question. Working for a nonprofit for my son's AAU program, it's always been a challenge. What were some of the challenges and hurdles that you encountered starting this nonprofit and getting it off the ground? I know it's not up and running 100% and you're not stepping on the gas and everything is there, but there are some challenges. A lot of people will look at those challenges and be like, oh, no, this is not for me. Let me just go ahead and stay for profit and roll the dice and see exactly what happens. What are some of the challenges that you are facing right now? And I guess what are some of the words that you can of encouragement that you can impart to some people listening to this program to say, no, stay with your vision, keep doing what you want to do, and you're going to get there and it's going to be successful.
Right. As far as challenges goes, we haven't really faced any yet. You know what I mean? It's still so new. I have so much experience in the for-profit realm that maybe I guess the challenge would be I don't really know because it seems to. Right. I guess I gotta find out. You know what I mean? I don't really know what it'll be. But also, I think just also knowing yourself and being responsible is important with the nonprofit. I mean, I guess from a standpoint, it's making sure that what we're doing with that company is serving its purpose and actually for people and not for ourselves. You know, the benefit of it, we already have something going on that pretty much does the same thing that is legally allowed to do what it does anyway. So I don't need anything from the nonprofit. You know what I mean? It really just scales everything that we're doing. And then also just being smart about how I structured my team. You know, my mom is a very Christian, you know what I mean, God-fearing woman and with high moral high morals and stuff. So, you know, who to trust better with the treasury and stuff than her, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so just being smart about that type of thing.
Nice. Cool. So, like, when you started it, right? Like, what are some ideas that came to your head? I know you had like 1,000 ideas that came run through your head at one time, like, we'll do this, do that. Like, how do you stay grounded? Like, to focus on certain parts you want to start on first to get to where you want to be at.
Right. Prayer, you know what I'm saying? I just really just praying for wisdom and discernment, you know, being able to know how to put first things first. I think that having a team that also is able to delegate and get more things done. I do have a lot of ideas. So it is a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot even for the people around me sometimes to where You know what I mean? I'm talking about an idea that a project we're gonna do in 5 or 10 years. You know what I mean? And I'm excited about it as if we're starting it tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, so definitely just trying to just have clear milestones and clear goals, short term and long term goals. And just making sure that we're keeping on pace with that. You know, fortunately enough, 3 years ago, I really had a vision for what it is that we're doing, and was able to put it all on paper and already. So a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is already planned out, and we already have 5, 10 years already planned out too. So it might be an adjustment in dates, or it might have took a year longer. So we already have it on paper and stuff. So now it's just a matter of just following our blueprint.
True. So tell others how important it is to set them goals. Like, I know some people always say you're good to set goals, do this. Like, how important the goals was in setting when you're doing the thought process of starting a nonprofit versus you working for profit at the same time. And both of them are very different. And how do you really differentiate? And your team also think the way you do by trying to differentiate which one is which. You know, some teams work for profit and want to work on nonprofit. And how do you get them to think, focus, keep them focused with the goals you set?
Right. So I think, definitely from a for-profit standpoint, your goals have to be you have to be able to quantify it in a way. You know what I mean? This plus this will make this over time and that type of thing. So having financial milestones in order to keep the company rolling. For the nonprofit, I don't have that pressure. You know what I mean? So to me, it's a relief because it's not really a matter of trying to keep the business running to make money, but more so just keep the business running to do what it needs to do, and it's more purpose-driven goals rather than number-driven goals. If it is a number, it's people. How many people can we do this for, as opposed to how much money can we get out of these people? So there's just a shift. But the thing is, the same principles apply to me, personally, and in my business for both. You know what I'm saying? That for me is never always it's not about the money. You know what I mean? The money is definitely something we need. The purpose of it is so that we can continue to grow, to reach more people. That is the purpose of our capital. So.
Exactly. That's a good point. That's a very good point, because a lot of people don't know that they're very different. It may people think one thing similar, because some people seen one nonprofit the same as a profit organization and not so successful, because they can't tell the difference between each one, and they don't set goals properly. And like you said, the point you made was that in nonprofit is about the people, and profit is about how many people get from the people. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like now, say like the young kid you teaching, like what are you actually trying to instill in the young kid in the profit organization to learn that part? Are you teaching them also the profit value of it and also how to give back at the same time?
Absolutely. I mean, it's an educational platform. We were already doing this anyway through the for-profit, but I was going around the schools about a year ago before COVID, and just showing them and telling them the story of how we started, and having a lot of kids in high school where I remember when I was their age and really just not sure what exactly I wanted to do. I knew what it looked like. I just didn't know what to do. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that job particularly is. I liked the way Eddie Murphy dressed in Boomerang, and I that he had an office. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to creative commercials and stuff. So I knew that was something I liked. I was also interested in clothes and fashion, and then from a music standpoint, I wanted to be able to launch brands, and I wanted to be able to tour. So I had all these different things I wanted to do, and they didn't fit in one box. So I didn't know what the name of that was, but I knew what it looked like. But definitely just opening a lot of the youth's minds and ideas as far as what they can be, because I feel like in school, and really just in life, in society, they push you, they put you, and you have to define what it is that you are with one word. You know what I'm saying? And we're such complex people, it's difficult to just be one word. But I feel like that's the pressure that a lot of kids feel, is that I have to figure out what one word I'm going to be for the rest of my life. And and there's so many nuances and stuff to it. I think it's just important for them to explore, all of their creative attributes and stuff, and then learn how to LLC themselves, about it. So by the time they are 16, 17, 18, they can actually be selling, and also understanding the purpose of music from an intrinsic standpoint. You know what I mean? You want to be able to impact and influence, inspire people, and produce good things within them. You know what I'm saying? That's at least should be the goal, at least. And then from a money standpoint, being able to use music to sell something, and selling the music itself is not it's not that's not the most sustainable business model in 2021. And so now it's about how all these other companies are using your music to sell their stuff. So the music industry itself is making millions and maybe trillions of dollars for other companies and stuff. How can we figure out how to use that to sell your stuff, or sell the stuff of your homie, or what I'm saying, or another business that looks like you, what I mean, within your community and stuff. And so it's a teaching thing, what I mean? We teach them young through the Youth Foundation, just to usher them into the world of music, what I mean, and all the different resources and tools that we're creating around them to also keep them, sustainable and stuff. So.
Nice. I mean, that's a very positive thing, because I know when I coach kids and I found that younger kids are way more creativity than older kids when the thought process and actually taking information. Because some kids, as they get older, I know this already. I already know how to do this. I already know how to run. I know how music is. Do this, put out, sell it. Like,
and also just and just jaded. You know what I'm saying? Over time, a kid, the world is wide open. They can be anything they want to be.
Exactly.
Then you start going through school and stuff, and then they start trimming it down. You know what I'm saying? To the point where now we're at that one word that we have to become. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what that is. So yeah, man. Like I think as a kid, you still have a lot of imagination. You're allowed to use your imagination. You're actually encouraged to use your imagination. The older we get, they tell you not to. You know what I'm saying? They start trimming it down more and more. I remember when I was, still working jobs and stuff, and for me, I was a great employee, because I always, I take pride in just what I do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I work anywhere. You know what I mean? But I was never content with it, and I would have conversations with my coworkers, or even with whoever I was working for at the time, and I would be telling them all these amazing things I wanted to do, and that was almost discouraged. They either try to give you a raise to keep you there, you know what I'm saying, or they stop, they underfeed you because they feel like you about to leave anyway. So I don't need to really, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, and so it's not that type of culture in that realm. So I think that from a kid standpoint, it's just about opening up the doors that they want to walk through, and then showing them all the possibilities that are within that room. So.
Oh, definitely. So I'm like, my thing is too, the kids to me, when I would keep teaching them, they were like, they inspired me. Because, some kids, like, you find yourself like you're so stuck in one particular vibe, like you were saying, work every day, you go to work, you bust your behind, you do this. Then at some point you do lose that creativity, that little mindset, I can do this. It's really possible to do it. Then you hear a little kid come in, hey, coach, I'm going to be the next Ray Lewis. Man, that'll be better than Ray Lewis. He'll look at me. I'm going to teach him how to play football after I beat him. I'm like, no, Ray Lewis, how old Ray Lewis be, right? So, yeah, that's why I said I'm going to beat him. I mean, they're so full of energy and so full of life, And I think that's the most important part we miss as adults, is that part of life that we get to feel enjoyment of it, to feel that satisfaction of knowing I can do this, I accomplished this. And I tell you most of the time, the best you did is been work for yourself. Because if you look at it, you work just as hard. You still have the same night sleeps. You still don't see what half the time. You always thinking process. You always thinking things to do better. You always think, but yet you're doing it for somebody else. But you do it for yourself, you can actually see rewards of it. So I always tell my kids, if you brush up behind and have fun doing it, it's not work. That is fun. If you're doing something you love the most, and you enjoy it, and you have to make money off it or be able to make a living off it, you live in a dream. To me, that's
Yeah,
a dream.
yeah, for sure. I mean, even like me, like I try to take, Sunday because I'm always here. I'm here. I'm in the studio all day, every day, and so I try to find a day where I don't come in. And yesterday it was funny because I was doing a good job of just like not coming in today, or not coming in. And I check the cameras, and when I check the cameras, I get FOMO too. You know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
see that it's like it's people here or it's a party or something, So I check the cameras and I end up coming in anyway, man. But yeah, like you said, like it's fun to me. I mean, I really like what I do. Um, I like seeing it happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's fulfilling. So.
Exactly.
Hey, Vaughn, I don't know if we asked this question or not, but have we gotten kids into your program already? Have they started signing up?
Yeah, so we just created a Patreon, a Patreon account. Our website is about to launch in the next week, actually. Once we launch the website, that's where everybody will be able to sign up. It's youthfoundation.org. Youthfoundation.org is our website. And yeah, in about a week, we'll be launching, and we'll start taking volunteers and donations and all that. Sure.
Nice. So like, when you do you have a certain amount of kids you allow to, because certain programs you don't allow to see, like say structure around a certain number of kids, or you have unlimited structure where you take as many who sign up. Like,
yeah, we're taking. So one thing we're doing is like a beneficiary. Is what we actually just learned about. So actually collaborating and partnering with a lot of nonprofits around us that also have really awesome facilities and stuff. Because what we do is we have influence, and we have a lot of artists that want to be a part of what we're doing, and so they don't know some of the resources and stuff that's even available for them already. So now partnering and doing certain projects with other nonprofits allows them, us to show them, new stuff. One of them is they're called Columbus Fashion Alliance. They have an amazing facility. They're more for designers. So again, opening kids' minds to more opportunities and other ways that they can use the things that they're really good at, and then maybe learn or add a skill set or two that can actually use that to make money. You know what I'm saying, for themselves and stuff.
exactly.
And also allowing them to network with people who are doing it, who are older. If we can get 13, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13-year-olds around some cool 22, 23 and up, you know what I'm saying, that are living the dream that they always wanted to live, and you know what I mean, and look the way that they want to look and stuff, and they can see how you can do it and have it at a very young age and still, you know what I'm saying, and still be you. They just have to see that. For me, it was important for me to identify with my heroes, you know what I mean, and the people I look to. I had to be able to see that, sometimes we can listen to Think and Grow Rich all day long, you know what I'm saying, listen to the authors and stuff and these self-development books, and it's awesome. But as a black kid, we also grew up and we're not in the same situation as the person that we're listening to as well. I understand the principle of it, though, you know what I'm saying, and being able to apply the principles of what they're talking about, because those are universal. The circumstances, though, and your ability to acquire $2 million, you know what I'm saying, in 6 months or whatever, because you thought about it really hard, it's not that realistic for a kid coming from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Unless they do illegal. So
that's true. That is true. That is a very difficult thing and topic because, like I say, the mindset, the setting up process, and actually initially getting it done. You see what I'm saying? All that plays in a big part. And I tell you this right here, like sometimes you find yourself, like you said, mentors, right? You find yourself with a really good mentor. Most kids grow up, don't have mentors. Let's be real about it. Most of our coaches don't grow up with great mentors. We see movies, we see like rap stars, we see other people doing really, really great, but we're not doing really great, But we strive to be there to get there at one point. But they don't tell nobody they have guidance somewhere. So they don't tell you that little small detail we miss. You see what I'm saying? Oh, he had a guidance, we had a mentor, he had a tutor, he had a coach, he had something. So that's why I say it's always so important to have organizations like yours. And also
we need I look at them as a template. You know what I mean? You need a template. You learn and you master the template, like if I like for my sales jobs, you know, they give you a script and you read the script, and the script will say, "Hi, my name is this person. You know, how are you?" Pause. Would you like to da-da-da? And all that is just so that you understand what needs to be said. So once you master and memorize the template of it, then from there now you can put your own swag on it. You can put your own yourself on it, and now make it more you, so that it works for you. But those principles of that template still remain, though, because it's something about that they've already researched that said that the order of these words or the order of these subject lines or whatever lead to a skill. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just about making you. And so, you know, the same thing applies, you know.
That's true. The same thing applies, because I tell you, I used to coach a kid, I tell them, I will give you the basic skills. But as you learn the basic skills, you must make it your own. Add something, always add something to it to make it your own. Something, perfect it your own way. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell them, like, as one kid, he could not get a swimming for nothing in the world, but he had a very good on the hand. So I told him, why don't you mix that up and find a way to do it? Get creative with it. And then once he did it, he found up here, mentally, he was aware of it. And physically, so I tell you, the mind, 90% of the chance you do anything. The physical part is 10%, because what you can do, I can do, Joe can do, everybody can do. But your mind will set you apart for everybody else. No matter what job you go to, what job interview you go to, when you go to pitch an idea to a company, they go by your personality, how you approach it, how you come out and say it. You come out like this, "Hi, how you doing? I'm here. I need $2 million for the project I'm doing." They're like, "I'm sorry, who are you again? And who are you?" You come in like, "Hey, how you doing today? Hey, my name is such such. I got a great super organization I'm working with. You know, I got to work with kids. They're amazing. I mean, all we need to start off with is good. I'm gonna say, look, we get $2 million, and we get you involved in it. You come out, help with the kids. You do get more involved. Now, come think about it. Interesting. Now, come and start thinking like, wait, we do need a project going on. We do need something more, aware of the community. Now you got them thinking what they can put into you automatically. So you may get $2 million. Now you get more money, because now you can call the other partner who needs the same PR, other partner needs the same PR, other partner needs the same PR. We know you got 4 companies ready to give you $2 million a piece.
Or $500,000 a piece. Exactly. People don't understand that people always look at the number. And there's money out there that is used for this. They're just waiting for you to show up. You see, and that's the biggest piece of this puzzle when it comes to money and financing. No matter what that number is, if it's a government-backed project and it's a $5 billion project, there's money out there for that. You just have to have all your ducks in a row to be able to go get it. If you want to build an apartment complex and it's $25 million, believe it or not, there's money out there for that. You just have to have all your ducks in a row and be able to go and meet it. We always get scared when we talk about numbers, but there's always money out there for that. And if you don't know it, there's going to be 5 or 6 people within your circle that will be able to go, wait, hold on, I know this one person. And literally, once you find one financier, they know other financiers that goes, listen, Vaughn, I am so proud of you, man, that you went ahead and you said you were going to do it and you did it. You know, because we hear a lot of people that say that they're going to do it, but then when we reach back out to them, it's, oh, this happened and that happened and I didn't have time. And that spirit, that hustle and that drive to give and to build yourself and to make yourself better is going to be astronomical, because I'm still waiting for that new studio that you're building in California. And then once you get there, you know what I'm saying? We're going to drop a studio here in New Jersey as well, too. Just whatever. All that stuff that you was talking about, we're going to get it done, man. So I definitely appreciate you, man. And for coming back on the show. No doubt. Anytime. We family. So whenever you need, come back. Let us know. Once again, let us know, man, where they can find you on social media.
So it's at Von Graves X actually now. This is I'll figure out what I want to do. But Von Graves X on Instagram, VonGravesExperience.com. You can check out our company, Music Brands. That's USIC Brands, BRANDS. Music, Undiscovered Music. And just look out for us. MusicBrand.com as well. That's it.
Well, man.
Tell how the kid can sign up for organization. Want to sign up also. The organization.
Yeah, so we'll be launching to just look out at youth with a UTH Foundation on Instagram as well. And just look out for posts on there, and we'll be talking more about what we're doing.
Definitely.
Oh, also
Absolutely.
my album too, Heaven and Earthly Places is also really dope. That's on Spotify. That's on Apple Music. It's a really great project.
Nice.
That's awesome. Well, you always have a platform here. We definitely gonna have you back, man. So just keep it going, brother. We definitely appreciate you.
All right, Frazier. You have a good day.
Okay. One.
Good day. Man,
Here
great
we go.
show.
Another show. I told you it was a banger. Sorry I had to run out. I had to drop my niece off to work. So that's what it was. But try to stay active, and I'm back. Listen, man, that was a great show with Reggie and Vaughn. People out there doing it, man, dropping knowledge. We got another great show tomorrow with a tax finance and tax solution. Mr. Brett Swartz will be here at 1:00. So definitely check us out tomorrow, man, and check out that show. Hey, this is George.
Hey, this is Fred.
And that was Real Talk with George and Frazier. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.